Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while since I've been able to do a pickup video on the channel. As a matter of fact, it has been at least 2 months since our last video game pickups episode. But today I am back with a vengeance. I am back in action, everybody. I have got some crazy stuff to show you today. I've got some miscellaneous Nintendo Switch pickups, and then I've got a smaller game lot right here in this bag to show you. But the main event is one of the biggest Super Nintendo game lots I have ever picked up, and that is this box, and this box, all full of Super Nintendo cartridges. So strap in, folks, and get ready for an awesome pickups episode. Now let's kick things off with a few Nintendo Switch pickups that I've gotten in the last few months. Nothing major here, but I've got a couple of things from the guy that I get game lots from on a regular basis. As a matter of fact, the small game lot you're fixing to see is from that guy. He hooked me up with another Nintendo Switch game, Northgard. Now I'll admit I've never played or heard of Northgard. I don't really know anything about it, but it is from Merge Games, and they are a very good video game publisher on the Nintendo Switch, so I'm sure it's going to be a pretty decent game. And then I got this game on sale. I can't remember what website it was, but I got this game for like 15 bucks, the physical version, 15 bucks, brand new, and that is Hover. And I have to admit, this game looks pretty cool. On the back it says, Hover is a fast-paced single and multiplayer parkour game in a futuristic 3D open world. And just looking at the screenshots, it actually looks like a lot of fun, so I'm definitely excited to check that out. And then we've got some games from Limited Run Games. I've got 6 games that I've received from Limited Run Games in the last 2 months. As a matter of fact, all 6 of these came in the same package. We have Thea the Awakening, a Fencer F Advent Dark Force. Looks like kind of a weird game. Mercenary Wings, The False Prophet. Stranger Things 3, The Game. A very badass looking game that's, from what I understand, is like a spiritual successor to Ghosts and Goblins, or Ghouls and Ghosts, and that is Battle Princess Madeline. And then finally we've got this game called Wonder Song, which looks like a, well, I don't really know, a rhythm game maybe? I don't know, it looks interesting though. So those are my Nintendo Switch pickups that I've received in the last 2 months. Let's move on to the small game lot. So we've got a smaller game lot here from the guy that I pick up stuff from usually. He usually about every 2 to 3 months he will hook me up with a game lot at a really good price that I cannot say no to. Now the items that he has, completely random, condition is all over the place, but he makes me such a good deal. And I have a disc resurfacer and I have ways to make the games look better, so I take advantage of it. And we're just going to run through these real quick. There's a few cool things in this game lot. For the PlayStation 2, we have a game called The Operative, No One Lives Forever. Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube. Case only for Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage on the Sega Genesis. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 on the PlayStation 2. We have a copy of Scarface The World Is Yours with the manual on the PlayStation 2. Gladius on the GameCube. A PC copy of Warhammer Mark of Chaos. A loose copy of Dragon Ball Z Budokai on the GameCube. We have this sort of Frogger plug-and-play joystick. I guess you just plug it into your TV and it loads up Frogger and you can play Frogger on your TV. So there you go. We've got a copy of Legend of Dragoon on the PlayStation. A loose copy of Crash Bandicoot 2. Copy of Super Mario Odyssey. Wii Sports. Now here's probably the coolest item in the game lot. This is a complete in box, really good condition copy of the Gears of War 3 limited edition for the Xbox 360, and there's a lot of cool stuff in here, and it's complete in box, so that's a really cool. That's probably the highlight of the small game lot. Then we have a miscellaneous stack of games here. We've got Heavenly Sword for the PlayStation 3, Venetica for the PlayStation 3, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts for the Xbox 360, The Hunt for the Xbox 360. Wolfenstein for the Xbox 360, Arcana for the Xbox 360, Table Tennis for the Xbox 360, Need for Speed Carbon for the 360, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, or however the hell you say that, for the Xbox 360, and for the Nintendo Wii we have the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So that's the small game lot that I got. Now let's go ahead and get right into the main event, the part that I'm sure that you are all excited for, and that is the huge Super Nintendo game lot. Now, let's talk about this game lot for just a moment before I start digging into it. Now, in the last Pickups episode, for those of you who have watched it, for those of you who haven't watched it, I highly recommend checking it out. We got a Super Nintendo game lot. I can't remember how many Super Nintendo games there were. There were quite a few, and they were all pretty high dollar titles. I found that game lot from a guy on Facebook Marketplace. Talked him down on the price a little bit, got a really good deal on it, picked it up, and that was a fantastic game lot. That game lot had quality over quantity, whereas this game lot has quantity over quality. At any rate, the same guy posted another ad on Facebook Marketplace. Basically, actually, he sent me a message first before he posted it, basically selling his the rest of his Super Nintendo collection, which was 250 cartridges. So that's what you're seeing in front of me right now is 250 cartridges. Now, as I stated, this lot was quantity over quality. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some really good games in this lot, but there's no real super high dollar games here. However, I got this game lot for just a little bit over $1,000 less than the retail value. So I got it for, I don't know, about 50 to 60% of retail value, which is a really good deal. And of course, there's a lot of games in this lot that I'm going to keep and incorporate into my own collection, and then the rest of the games that are duplicates or games I'm not going to keep, I'm going to sell to try to recoup my money. I'm very, very, very happy with this pickup. Now, in this bottom box here, there's a lot of sports games, generic sports games in this lot, and that's what's in the bottom box here. Now, I'm not going to show you each one of those on camera, but I will show you some B-roll that's playing right now while I'm talking. I'll show you some B-roll of me panning through the generic sports games that were in this lot, so that you can at least see them really quickly at a glance. Now, what we are going to do is this top box here and this box here, I'm going to show each one of these games on camera in rapid fashion, one right after the other, using jump cuts so that you can see all of the games in this lot as quickly as possible, so that this is not a 30-40 minute video. Sound like a plan? Alright, let's do it. Alright, and here we go. Skulljagger, Inspector Gadget, Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues, Pack Attack, Boogerman, A Pick and Flick Adventure, Shanghai 2, Power Rangers Zeo Battle Racers, Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, Earth Defense Force, Excalibur 2027, Scooby-Doo Mystery, Super Battleship, Street Racer, Alien 3, The Incredible Crash Dummies, Smart Ball, Roadrunners Death Valley Rally, UN Squadron, Mickey Mania, The Timeless Adventures of Mickey Mouse, Total Carnage, Super Pinball Behind the Mask, The Lawnmower Man, Mutant Chronicles Doom Troopers, Desert Strike Return to the Gulf, Hook, Indiana Jones Greatest Adventures, Jungle Strike, Darius Twin, Virtual Bart, Phalanx, Young Merlin, Super Smash TV, Top Gear, Speedy Gonzalez Los Gatos Bandidos. Woo! Let me grab another stack. This time I'm going to grab a much bigger stack. Okay, this stack should last us a while, I'm hoping. Best of the Best Championship Karate, The Simpsons Bart's Nightmare, Sim Ant, Super Caesar's Palace, PTO 2, Dirt Tracks FX, Super Battle Tank 2, Nigel Mansell's World Championship, Road Riot, Sim City, TNN Bass Tournament of Champions, Lock On, Super Battle Tank War in the Gulf, Judge Dredd, Vegas Strike, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy Deluxe Edition, Radical Psycho Machine Racing, Tiny Toon Adventures Buster Busts Loose, The Great Circus Mystery starring Mickey Mouse, Saturday Night Slam Masters, Stunt Race FX, Top Gear 2, Dragon The Bruce Lee Story, Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, Super Conflict, Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Super Off-Road, Disney's Goof Troop, Clay Fighter Tournament Edition, The Ren and Stimpy Show Time Warp, Tetris Attack, The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, Jimmy Houston's Bass Tournament USA, Michael Andretti's IndyCar Challenge, Dennis the Menace, Cool Spot, Disney's Aladdin, F-Zero, Pilot Wings, Turn and Burn No Fly Zone, Jeopardy Sports Edition, Super R-Type, Wing Commander, Wings 2 Aces High, Nickelodeon Guts, Natsumi Championship Wrestling, C2 Judgment Clay, Wordtress, Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City, Addams Family Values, Bassmasters Classic, NBA Jam, Space Invaders, Populous, Super Black Bass, Spectre, WWF Super WrestleMania, True Lies, Pitfall the Mayan Adventure, Lemmings 2 The Tribes, Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition, D-Force, Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage, MTV's Beavis and Butthead, Out of This World, Hyperzone, Samurai Showdown, Cliffhanger, Boxing Legends of the Ring, American Gladiator, Clue, Disney's The Jungle Book, Disney's The Lion King, Street Fighter 2, Wild Snake, Championship Pool, WWF WrestleMania the Arcade Game, The Rocketeer, Home Alone. Time for another stack. Okay, this is it. Let's run through these real quick. Animaniacs, Balls, Sequest DSV, Rise of the Robots, WCW Super Brawl Wrestling, Monopoly, Pit Fighter, Joe and Mac, The Page Master, Space Football, The Hunt for Red October, Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits, We're Back, A Dinosaur Story, Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine Crossroads of Time, Acme Animation Factory, Ultraman, Revolution X Music is the Weapon featuring Aerosmith, Tiny Toon Adventures Wacky Sports Challenge, Mario's Early Years Fun with Numbers, Super Godzilla, Krusty's Super Funhouse, Disney's Timon and Pumbaa Jungle Games, Outlander, Breakthrough, Mech Warrior 3050, Shaq Fu, Pac-Man 2 The New Adventures, Bassmasters Classic Pro Edition, Tom and Jerry, Pinocchio, Lethal Weapon, Cutthroat Island, Mario's Early Years Preschool Fun, The Untouchables, Nickelodeon's Real Monsters, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Adventures of Yogi Bear, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, Redline F1 Racer, Super Strike Eagle, Gun Force, Urban Strike, Warlock, Power Pigs of the Dark Age, Home Improvement, Dragon's Lair, Bazooka Blitzkrieg, Rocko's Modern Life Spunky's Dangerous Day, Last Action Hero, Daffy Duck The Marvin Missions, Mario's Early Years Fun with Letters, Super Putty, Micro Machines, Cool World, Beethoven, RoboCop 3, Rampart, Metal Combat, WWF Raw, Tasmania, King of the Monsters 2, Family Dog, Mickey's Ultimate Challenge, Mario Paint, Family Feud, and last, but certainly not least, quite possibly the greatest game of all time, Zoop. Actually, I've never heard of that game. It probably sucks. Well, there you have it, folks. My pickups for the last 2 months. Again, sorry I haven't had a pickups video since then. Like I said, last 2 months have been a little bit slow on the pickup front, but things are starting to pick back up again. You see what I did there? Oh, please don't laugh at that. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure and pick up that like button because it really means a lot to me and it helps out the channel quite a bit. Let me know in the comments down below if you have anything to share about any game that you saw in today's pickups video, especially the Super Nintendo games. If you saw a Super Nintendo game that you're a fan of, I want to know in the comments down below what game it is and what you like about it. I hope that all you Super Nintendo fans out there saw some games in this video on the Super Nintendo that you've never heard of. If you have, let me know in the comments down below because that's one of the reasons I like doing these videos, to hopefully introduce you all to games that you have maybe never heard of. As always, folks, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so that you can join the Retro Wolf family. I would love to have you a part of the channel and the journey that we are all taking together. Alright everybody, that's it for today's video. Hopefully I will have another pickups video for you next month. We'll just have to see how it goes. Keep playing games and having a good time. Stay safe out there, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.